Hello and welcome back to the Armchair's View, which is a very special recording because we are going to be picking our fantasy football team where you will have the chance to beat us. And joining me on this quest tonight is Chalky and Hickers. How are we doing?
Yeah, all good. Looking forward to it, mate.
Very well, thanks, Dan.
Are we ready to take on the listeners and viewers?
Yeah, let's go.
Yes.
We got to win this.
And
Let's do it.
And the TikTokers, there's a few TikTokers who are, I think, out to get us, particularly Swansea fans, as we seem to have upset a couple, not naming names. Chalky.
Fucking Philip.
So what I'm just doing now is I'm gonna share my screen. So if you're watching on YouTube, you should be able to see who we're picking. Forgive me if this goes wrong. This is our first attempt at it. How are we looking, boys? Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
So you can see that, yeah?
Perfect. Yep. There we go.
Right, here we go. So, who are we starting with, fellas?
Well, I think it's natural to start with sort of premium price players, because that's kind of going to be the basis of our squad. So, Chalky, go on. You start.
So for me, I think you've got to have Salah. Like output wise, I think Dan sent me a little compilation either this morning or like yesterday of like the amount of times Salah put things on a plate for Nunes and missed. Now he's going to have TK or
that was that more to highlight how bad Nunes was, though, if I'm honest.
And I know, but like the amount of times you hear Salah and then Nunes miss, like I think he's going to have much more high quality up there with him this year. Well, you'd hope.
I was going to put Haaland in first. Haaland was going to be my first pick, but I suppose
I'll be honest. I'm siding. I think they're obviously both incredibly strong picks, but I was leaning towards the Salah pick as well, just simply because he's just been so consistent over such a long period of time. He's an absolute point-scoring machine.
So I don't know if you can see, I have just added in Haaland because I've totally ignored you both. No, so right. So what I've done is I've put Salah and Haaland in, but obviously we are.
Well, I guess that's the key. Do we want to go two premium players? Because I
think Salah is not going to have as good a season as he did last season, but I think Haaland will still score as many goals. That would be my case. I'm not saying Salah's going to have a bad season. I don't think he's going to be as effective, and I think they've also added more quality, so he's not going to need to grab the game by the scruff of the neck quite as much. I'm not saying we shouldn't have him, but I think at the moment maybe have them both.
That is slightly worse season, though. Could be the same as Haaland's last season.
Yeah, but Haaland's going to get better, isn't he? Haaland's had a few games out with injury, I think, and you can't bet against Haaland, especially how old's Haaland now? What, 24, maybe?
Yeah. Okay, well let's put Haaland in, and let's see how it goes with some of the budget, because I agree. I think undeniably Haaland has to be, the best forward option. It's just whether he's worth the price. Particularly.
Yeah. Just double checking because.
Yeah.
Obviously Haaland. I'll pick Haaland in there.
Yeah, we say
Okay. All right. So shall I go then? If you've picked Haaland, then Dan. I'm going to go. I'll have to go a little bit less expensive. And Dan, you're going to love me for this pick, but I'm going to put in Ndai.
Yes, skilly man.
I think he's in for a big season.
I agree. He's penalty taker as well.
Yeah, he's got the penalties. I think we're going to see some more goal involvements as well from him, and I really like his sort of price point as well.
He's a good, less like cheaper option, isn't he? I do. Yeah. It's going to be weird for me not having a fantasy football team with Palmer in it, but I don't think we can have Haaland, Salah, and Palmer.
Yeah, I agree. Sadly, I love Palmer. He looked unbelievable in the Club World Cup final, didn't he? But yeah, let's leave Palmer out for now if we're going with Haaland.
There was an injury last night as well, boys. Morgan Rogers picked up an injury last night, and it didn't look great. So he's obviously a no-go for us.
I think if we lose either Haaland or Salah, I think Palmer potentially should be the one to come in. But we'll go from there. So was that Rodgers you said, Jorky?
Yeah, no, don't pick Rodgers. He got injured last night.
That's what I'm saying. So not Rodgers.
Yeah.
He was quite a good asset last year. In one of United's midfield three in Mbeumo, Kuno, Fernandes, or do you think they're gonna?
I think they got Arsenal first game. I don't think so.
You see, my opinion is to probably stay clear of Cunha and Mbeumo just until we've kind of seen a little bit more of them, and how Man United are going to set up. I just think they're quite pricey for quite a lot of uncertainty.
Okay, fair enough.
But that might be. You boys can make your pick. If you want to pick them, go for it. That's just my view.
Defender that was reliable last year. I think he's 4.5. I think Ezri Konsa. He always seems to pick up points.
Yeah, no, I really like that shout. I think he'll get a lot of defensive involvements as well this year, and he pops up with the odd goal, doesn't he, Konsa?
I think if you're going for he's 4.5, I think if you're going for a defender who's going to get you defensive points, I'd like to put two names forward in Tarkowski and Lewis Dunk, just because their blocks and interceptions and tackles are quite high. Is
Lewis Dunk going to start this year?
Yeah. So my concerns, I agree with Chalky. I'm not sure if Dunk's a starter. And my concern, I love Tarkowski as a pick, but he is quite pricey. Everton defenders are really expensive this year.
There's a reason.
I think it's because Moisey.
5.5. I think we either need to have a Jordan Pickford or a James Tarkowski. I think one of those two need to be picked.
Go on, Dan. Put Tarkowski in. Put him in, and we can review. Because, as you say, I think he was right up there with, the defensive involvements last year.
When they brought in these changes, they said Tarkowski would have got more points than any other defender last season, and he missed the last 6 games.
Right. Let's have a think.
We're 5 players in, and we spent 45 million.
Yeah, a lot of money. I'll tell you what, let me throw in my little 4 mil player, because I can already see that we're going to need a cheapy sub. I was going to suggest Burnley's centre-back Esteve.
Yeah, 4 million. I think that's a good option.
I think he's just signed a new deal at Burnley. He was a part of that, really solid championship defense. I don't think it's going to be as solid this year, but we're just at this price point. You're just looking for players who are going to start. I think he'll be a sub.
Just realised it says team name and then it's got my name, so we're going to have to find a way of changing that.
That's right.
That's okay. It's fun.
So, who else? I think another player that I don't know if that's where he's going to start. I was going to say, like, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, he's always intercepting or tackling. I think he's 4.5, but because they got Kyle Walker-Peters, I don't know whether he's going to play on the left or is he going to play right still. I think Kyle Walker-Peters on left.
I'll just chuck him for a moment. We can always take him. I think in pre-season, Wan-Bissaka was playing right, and I think Walker-Peters was filling in on the left.
Yeah.
I think. But I know Wan-Bissaka was definitely played at least one game at right back.
I like Wan-Bissaka. I think you're right. I think Wan-Bissaka will start over Walker-Peters, but boy, that's some good competition. Just to play devil's advocate, I know, and you may have seen this earlier on, West Ham's new left wing back, Juf, has really impressed.
Yeah, he looked good in pre-season. Should we see how much he is?
I have a feeling he might be the same price. 4.5. So do we go for that little bit more risk, but he's in less squads? I think they're two strong options.
I think get Wan-Bissaka out because it'd be a different option, wouldn't it?
Yeah, maybe we could go for a little differential there.
All right.
Well, yeah, I like that.
Do you think maybe we should look at a keeper now?
See, I think if you're going like a cheap keeper, I think Dubravka for Burnley. He's just on for Burnley.
Yeah, I think we want to try and keep it as cheap as possible, goalkeepers wise. I was going to make another suggestion. I would really like to see some Nottingham Forest, either in goal or in defence. So I was potentially going to suggest.
Well, Dubravka is only 4 million. You won't get a cheaper keeper than that, will you?
No. Let's throw in Dubravka. I like that shout.
Because he's going to make a lot. He's going to have a lot of shots at him, isn't he?
And then sells. Will Dubravka start?
Who are you thinking defensively for Forest?
Be Milivojevic, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so you're either looking at Milenkovic, Murillo,
Anya.
Or you could go even cheaper. You could go for someone like Nico Williams, who had quite a lot of defensive involvements, does maraud forward.
I don't like him.
You don't like him?
No. Try and guess why. So, Morello
He's a Liverpool legend, that's why.
Oh, yes, of course.
Price. Williams is $500,000 cheaper. So is Anya, though. I think Anya would be the better option out of the two. But Milenkovic would be my choice out of the four.
Or do we go Sells? I mean, he was the best goalkeeper last season.
He was.
I think. Well,
we can chuck Sells in for now. I'm quite happy to put Sells in there. I think that's a good balance in keepers because potentially we can bring Dubravka in on some game weeks if Forest against like a Liverpool or a City. Excuse me.
And I really like Nottingham Forest's run of fixtures. Those first 10 games, they've got some nice games in now, I think. So
another Forest player for midfield.
I mean, those three are pretty good.
Another Forest player for midfield because Elliot Anderson, I think he's up and down, isn't he? Like defensively, he goes up.
Chalky loving that shout. Loving that shout.
5.5 million for Anderson. He got more points than Hudson-Odoi. I was going to put forward Hudson-Odoi, but
you see,
I would be reluctant to put too many Forest players in because
I think that could be a nice too, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to have a great season. I think they're going to struggle this year.
I don't mind having a couple in early doors, and should the form sort of start to dip, we can look into that. But Anderson, he's so cheap as well, so
it's going to be interesting this year because you got like the defensive contributions to look out for as well, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a bit different.
Which is why I think players like Tarkowski and Dunk are quite valuable.
I just don't think Dunk starts this year. That's true.
That Esteve for Burnley was a great shout as well.
Could I make another suggestion?
No.
Well, I'm going to give you one anyway. Look, you see at Spurs, I think Madders has picked up a bad injury. I just think that only strengthens Kudus.
Yeah,
I just think he's a good. He's high ownership, but he's a good price point. I think Spurs have some nice fixtures to attack as well early on. I want a bit of that Burnley at home fixture, really.
So what we've got, a defender.
I mean,
and Solanke's potentially out as well, isn't he? So
is he?
Yeah, he's a bit. I think he's a bit touch and go.
Well, to chuck Charleston in the mix. But I don't think he's going to be worth it, and then we'd only have to take him out.
Who was your pick? Richarlison?
Yeah, no, only because you said Solanke's injured. I don't actually think Richarlison.
I see. No, I don't think he's the man for our squad.
What about other defensive spot? How much is Nathan Collins?
5 million.
Because he's another one that makes quite a lot of.
Obviously, I've put him in, but we don't have to keep him in. It's just
just to draft it in.
Yeah, no, I don't mind putting Collins in. He scored a hell of a lot of goals last year for Brentford.
And that defence we need higher.
How much is Delap? Can we have a look how much Delap is?
Do you think do you reckon he starts though?
I think you're better off.
But I'm thinking if he's cheap, we've only got 20.5 million. I think it may be worth 6.5 minutes. I'm just going to chuck him in. I'm not suggesting he stays there, but I will forget about him if I don't put him there. I think Delap's going to come on in games the last 20-30 minutes, and I think he'll probably be quite effective for them. But it's not the be all to end all for me if we keep him.
So I'm thinking probably not with Delap, and we wait until we see that change. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because I think João Pedro's going to be the man to start with. We keep Delap in our thoughts, and we bring him in, as and when we see a bit of a pattern emerging, and he's starting a few more games.
Bosh, gone.
Get out.
Get out of there.
Get out.
We do need a striker. Can I?
We need 2 strikers.
I'm kind of tempted to go for it. I really like Ollie Watkins, just simply because, obviously he's been so consistent for quite some time at Villa. Look at those stats there. Look, double figures every single time.
I think he's linked.
He also gets a hell of a lot of assists. He's going to start.
He is linked to them either way, though, isn't he?
He's linked to Newcastle.
Yeah, but it's a Premier League one. I mean, he certainly loses.
He's expensive.
I think he could even do even better if he goes Newcastle, if I'm honest with
you. I think Newcastle end up with Nicholas Jackson.
He's linked with Bayern Munich, though, and AC Milan now, isn't he? Nicholas Jackson.
AC Milan, you could see happening, couldn't you? Seems like quite a type of player. I chuck Watkins in. I'm not a massive fan of Watkins for this. For the price, I'd probably rather have gone Bowen. But I understand Bowen's probably going to...
Oh, fair enough. We can review that one.
How much we've got? 11.5 million for 2 players. We are going to probably have to rejuggle a couple of players here.
What strikers?
Okay, so let's think of some other sort of reasonably priced midfielders then.
What's the sort of cheapest striker you can get, do you reckon? Like half decent, still 6 million.
Yeah, that's the problem. I don't think there are many that are decent at cheap price at the moment.
I think Fulcook might have a semi-decent start to the season. I know he was poor. Oh, but that first...
Do we just because there's lack of strikers? Do we just put someone cheap in there? Just like
that. Well, that's kind of what I was thinking, Chalky. And we go for it with Watkins, and you put in some cheapo, who's just going to sit on the bench.
What about Roberto?
Just the lowest price, like 4 million.
Or even cheaper. The problem is you still want someone that may.
You got that. You got that guy who's on loan from Chelsea. Who potentially could break into the squad. Mark Gooey.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce his name.
I'm just going to give our dear friend of the pod, James Savage, a shout out because he's a die-hard Newcastle fan who has put him in his team just because he joined Sunderland. So, well done, Savage.
Oh, we don't have any Newcastle players.
7 million left.
Okay, right. We can get a decent mid for that.
Put in affordable.
I quite like some of the Bournemouth players. I quite like their fixtures.
Yeah, apart from the first one.
Langer.
Langer, yeah.
From Palace, although Palace always start slow. Don't
yeah, they do. I don't know about Elanga. I'd just like to see him first.
It's not an easy start either, is it? Villa away, Liverpool at home.
No. Oh, who else could we put in there?
Again, I'm not too fond of that start.
So we've got 7 million, do we? Okay. What about
Enzo? Anyone a fan of Enzo?
I don't think he's.
This is another suggestion. We could then take out Watkins if you're not marrying him. We could put in Donnell Marlin.
Yeah.
He's down as a defender, isn't he?
No,
sorry.
he's a midfielder.
Yeah.
He's down as a mid. And I have a feeling he might start a few more games.
No Asensio, so he could start games.
Yeah.
He struggled under last season, didn't he? I know he only joined in January.
He picked up towards the end, though, didn't he?
He still leaves us with 1.5 million in the bank.
So we've still got quite a bit of money. Could
I think we need more of a premium defender.
I completely agree. We could upgrade Collins to someone premium, couldn't we?
I know it's Liverpool again. I know he's probably probably a bit biased, but like Frimpong this year, like he's going to come on at times at right wing. Like if Bradley's starting, he might even come on right wing.
I don't think risk because he's new to the league, isn't he? I don't think I'd be against it in a couple of weeks' time. I think he's a big risk to start with.
Yeah.
Is it worth spending the extra 1.5 million on a striker?
I don't think there's many worth it, mate. If I'm honest with you.
No.
Just thinking, other premium defenders. You've got your eight Noris, you've got your Gvardiols, you've got your Arsenal picks, and then Arsenal have a very nice fixture after the first one. And I don't dislike them away to Man U, to be honest with you. I know Man U's got a bit more about them, but
Gabriel, mate, he's a beast, isn't he? Like, he scores so many goals from corners.
Yeah, and you just think like over a period of time, like Arsenal have been solid year in, year out. They get the clean sheets, and whilst they've still got that centre-back partnership, that's not going to change. They're going to remain solid.
So you like Gabriel, do you?
I like that idea, I think, of upgrading Collins to Gabriel.
He's always useful from set pieces as well, isn't he?
So he pops up with the odd goal.
So what, we've got 0.5 left?
Yeah.
Right, we've got to spend it, boys. We've got to spend it.
So what?
I think Marlin's a bit of a risk, but...
Yeah, I don't mind. I'm just thinking. Yeah, I'm very happy. I think because we've got Watkins, maybe Marlin isn't the right player.
So what 6 mil midfielders we got them? If we were going to spend it.
Yeah, let's have a quick look.
Damsgaard, Such, Tielemans, Smith Rowe, Dango.
Dango scored a few goals last year for Bournemouth.
I quite like yeah. I do like Bournemouth players. How much is it Evan Nilsson? I
don't like their start to the season.
Liverpool away is tough, but after that it's pretty nice.
Tottenham is unknown,
be harder than last season, not than Liverpool away. Who did you want me to look for? Sorry, Evan Nilsson.
Yeah, just feel like he's quite a good option. Maybe 7 mil. Okay, maybe a bit pricey for us.
Sorry, slipped.
I think we've got some. I like the Everton players in fantasy. I just think they've been knocked up in price defensively, but I like Tarkowski.
Pickford's one of the most expensive keepers, isn't he?
He is now.
So
look at that. He did get more points than Sells as well.
Told ya.
I do. I think Sells maybe just slightly better value potentially, especially if we're going for Tarkowski.
I think because we've got Tarkowski, probably keeps Sells. And I do think Forest are going to struggle. I don't think they're going to have. I think juggling Europe and Premier League, I do think they're going to struggle. So I wouldn't be against changing keepers.
Thing is, though, if they're going to get peppered more, make more saves potentially, won't he? So.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he was decent last year, but what did he do again?
Change him for our seat. We can see up like within a couple of games, can't we?
Who's their start if they got the first few games? See, till Arsenal,
nice.
It's not horrendous, is it?
No.
To be fair.
Who Burnley got their 4th game? Because then we can swap them too, can't we?
We do have a couple of Burnleys.
Doesn't say, actually.
Liverpool. Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, he's a bit of a risk, isn't he, of that running? Jesus.
I don't think he's going to play though. I think he's just going to sit on our bench.
We got 4. We got 4 other players that are out start anyway. So we're potentially either our midfield. Then we want to spend an extra 0.5. I think. I'm happy with Haaland and Watkins up top. I think out of this team now, I think it's either a toss up between. My opinion is either upgrade a defender slightly or Marlin slightly.
Yeah, I'm not mad on Marlin and Watkins. I don't think, and I know I suggested them both, but I think, yeah, I potentially think maybe we get rid of Marlin.
Who for though? I don't think there's a array of talent there.
No, I mean you got someone like you plump on someone like a Dingra. Or Lewis Paqueta is an interesting one.
He looks like a mate called Arias. I don't know how much he is.
That's a good shout. I heard he might take the pens as well at Wolves.
He had a good. I think. Did he have a good World Cup maybe?
Which one? Sorry, Arias, 5.5.
5.5. Okay.
I think he'll play.
I do think he'll play.
And what's Wolves start like? Have a look at that.
Again, it's a horrible first fixture, and then Everton's a banker.
We're Captain Harris that game.
I'll tell you who we should consider putting in. Tyler Diblin.
Wow. He's not added to the game yet, Dan, because he's not actually moved. No, it's looking that way.
I hope so.
I just think Saints are putting their heels in the ground for the best price.
Arias there. So what?
I don't mind Arias. Why not? Let's give him a shout.
What 5 million defenders is there? Say like we were to swap Doof out. Is there like any more solid 5 mil defenders?
And yeah, I don't.
Unless we upgrade the goalie to a 4.5 and then we have a little bit of rotation potentially, especially if Dan's unsure of.
Well, I don't think Dubravka's a terrible shout because Burnley were absolutely solid defensively, and if he's going to come in and be their number one,
it's a big if though, isn't it? Is he going to play?
No. So what's that? What's Dubravka for? Because you could even upgrade him to like Kelleher or something, couldn't you?
Yeah.
I don't know much about Max. Is that Weiss? Although looking at Burnley's start, I'm not sure. We should have a Burnley.
I think Kelleher's 4.5.
Kelleher. Yeah, again, I'm slightly biased. I don't rate him. Brighton's keeper.
Let's have a look.
He was decent though, Kelleher, for us.
He had some clangers though, didn't he?
Yeah, but so did every keeper.
Yeah, I like Kelleher. I wouldn't rule out Jose Sarr either, to be fair.
Well, I'm not.
Just that first game.
Yeah. Although Sells is going to start.
Yeah, but exactly. I guess it's just about looking at which teams sort of rotate quite nicely with one another as well.
Because Sells, what's Sells' fourth? Is his 4th game quite dodgy?
Yeah, let's have a look.
Yeah. So
Arsenal away. There you go.
Yeah. So what was Sarr's 4th game?
Newcastle away. That's another tricky one. And is Sarr going to be number 1 and not Johnston? I imagine he will be, but
he did get rotated last year.
Tottenham at home.
Yeah. Just go Kelleher. Just see what his is.
Chelsea.
What about how much is Henderson? He's 5 million.
Slightly more expensive, yeah. 5 million. So unless we're gonna.
So what was their fourth game? Just out of interest.
Sunderland banker.
Yeah, get him, and I reckon swap that Mark Goumé, just get him for a 4 million shitter.
I don't know how I feel about 2 5 mil keepers though, lads. I don't know.
Yeah, it's quite a lot of money, isn't it?
It's just a lot of money tied up at the back. I just think.
So what's Palace's and Forest? I think Forest got
4.5 mil the cheapest striker as well, Chalky.
Okay.
So maybe we keep Ian.
Keep him, yeah. So I think he'll start because he's come from Chelsea and Sunderland.
I don't think we should.
I'm happy with him just to sit on the bench.
I don't think we should start with a Palace keeper just because.
Yeah, start
recent history, they haven't started great, have they?
No, agreed with that.
So what's the cheapest?
I mean, unless you put in Dubravka back in, I think judging by that, maybe we could stick with Dubravka and could arguably upgrade a Steve.
I would imagine Dubravka's likely to start because of Premier League experience.
Yeah,
I don't know, but
I think having 2 Burnleys might be a bit crazy. So yeah, I agree with Hickers there. Upgrade that Burnley defender maybe.
Yeah.
There's plenty of 4.5 defenders.
Yeah. Can I check how much Dunk is? I know you guys weren't keen with the idea. I mean, he's affordable. And he's not going to start. I'd imagine we'd start with Konza, Tarkowski, Gabriel or Juf. I'd imagine Dunk would be our last.
What I'm thinking though, do we get someone that's going to start and then start off with a bench boost? Because then you can just take people out.
What about
all our transfers now?
Huh? On the aggressive.
Yeah, I know, but you get 2 bench boosts, don't you?
Let's have a look at some other 4.5s.
Why won't Dunk start then? Have they signed anyone? Because he's their captain, isn't he?
They've got Van Hecke, don't they? And who's the other centre back? Webster comes in at times.
Webster's out injured, isn't he?
Luca Dean?
He could get swapped though, can't he, with Ian Matson?
Yeah, I mean, Mark Gahey at 4.5, that's really good as well.
I think, like we said about Palace starting.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
So who else you got there?
I would say Wan-Bissaka, but
what about someone like we don't have a Bournemouth? What about Senesi?
It's that first game against Liverpool. Like I say, don't have to start.
That's okay. I think if he could go on the bench for that.
I like in my thingy. I think Jed Spence is going to start.
If you want to go Dunk down, I'm happy to stick with Dunk. If we're sure that he's going to start.
You had Jed Spencer, and they got Sunderland first game, haven't they?
Spencer. How much is he?
4.5. He was on that list a minute ago. Jed Spence.
Was he?
Just putting it out there. Who's that Brighton? Who's that? Jed Spencer's a good shout. De Cooper is meant to be very good. A Belgian fullback. Very attacking.
How are we spelling this?
If you put in D-E, and then...
Yeah, found him.
There he is.
Yeah,
I quite like him as a pick, actually.
I've seen lots about him as well. Apparently he's decent. He's had a good pre-season. People are raving about him, aren't they?
Yeah.
Boys, are you happy with that as a team?
Yeah, I mean Arias is quite a rogue call, but I like it. There's some part of me that's like, why not? We can, you've got to take a few risks. I'm just looking there. I think that's a really good squad, lads.
Like I said, we got to remember we can always make changes, can't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not a huge fan of the Sunderland striker.
No, neither am I. But he's just there as basically fodder.
I don't know who.
I just don't think you just got to think. You just got to think like he's going to just be on the bench. He's not even going to contribute. No. Provided we're not playing our bench boost. I mean, if we're playing our bench boost early doors, then we don't want to go in with that strategy.
To be fair, if you look at all the other 4.5s, there's no one else really, is there?
I think he's the only one that could potentially start.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd look at that. I don't think anyone else there is likely to get a game, are they?
So we could now obviously confirm that and then go with picking it, can we?
Enter team name. That's better. Oh, it does fit.
It is.
Set the terms and conditions. Are we ready, boys?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Oh, generate your custom bet. I think we'll worry about that later.
Yeah.
Right.
We've got to select the team then for now.
So Sal's in goal.
We'd already said about that, haven't we?
Yeah.
Juf, I think Juf should probably play.
Juf's got to play there, I think.
Who for? Brighton. Well, I would
Consta, maybe?
the 3 at the back. What about you two?
I think we got to go with 4 because I don't think we'll. I'll do that. You never know in the first game, do you?
Yeah, I'd be intrigued to keep Arias on the bench to see how he gets on. I think Juf's got to play away to Sunderland. So, yeah, I think for me it's probably one of Konza, Tarkowski or De Kuyper who come out.
Yeah, my vote would be. Depends if Isak goes, doesn't it? Because are they going to be as dangerous up top?
Yeah.
Newcastle could be in for a struggle, couldn't they?
Yeah, I personally think.
We're doubling up on the toffees.
Yeah, that's.
I think if we're going.
I think we have to. I think we're spending that money on Tarkowski. He plays, so let's go.
To take Tarkowski out. I know I'm slightly biased. I just think we'd be mad to take him out.
No, let's go. Let's go Juff for Konza then, and then we can watch Konza.
I'd have gone the Brighton lad. I'm not going to try and say it.
Yeah, okay. I'm open to taking out De Kuyper as well because he's a bit of an unknown quantity, whereas Konza's quite. Yeah, okay. Let's do that.
And then do you reckon we should put Do you reckon we keep De Kuyper a second sub or?
Yeah, that's a tough call between Arias and De Kuyper now.
If Arias is going to go on penalties, is it worth it for that?
Yeah. Let's be bold. Let's get our attacker as first sub.
Well, what about the striker? To be fair, we've got a striker on the bench, and at the minute he's third.
Absolutely nowhere near.
Yeah.
No,
I think he can
you keep him third, yeah.
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 Wow.
Just simply because I'm not convinced he's going to start immediately. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, he's joined quite late in the window, isn't he? Usually they let players set one a bit.
I think that's a pretty good team, lads.
Who's skipper?
Oh, that's a very good point. At the minute,
we're gonna clash over this. I think it's one. It has to be one of the big boys.
Salah, for me.
What, I think Bournemouth have lost 3 key defenders from last season and the keeper.
Yeah.
So I'm not against starting the season with Salah as captain.
And Salah's got a habit, mate, of scoring goals in the first game of the season.
For me, it's Salah captain, yeah, and then Haaland vice.
Not going to argue that this week. Next week, I probably will.
Who they both got second week? Because I know Liverpool got Newcastle.
Tottenham at home. Although Tottenham are a bogey team for them, aren't they?
Yeah.
Second week.
Out of interest, who Villa got second game?
Brentford away, and he used to play for Brentford, didn't he?
Yeah.
Although Enjoy first game at the Hill Dickinson, I don't think we should rule him up for captain for second game week just yet. But we are only on game week 1, so we'll keep with game week 1. So just to confirm, we're not playing our bench boost now.
No, I think no for now. But let's keep them up our sleeve.
How Salah and Haaland get on, so we might end up getting rid of one of them and then spreading some money across the.
I know.
Palmer's the one I'm struggling not having in because I agree. An outrageous season. But who would you take out? Because I know I've said Salah against Bournemouth would be a better pick, but I don't see a world where I don't want Haaland in my team.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the problem. To put Palmer in, you have to take Haaland out, really, or you take Watkins out potentially. But we're gonna have to save up some transfers.
1.5 million more. So we messed around with that 1.5 million. So potentially we could take Watkins out.
No, we had 0.5 million, didn't we?
I thought to start with we had 1.5, and then we swapped
a defender. Gabriel in. Yeah, I think you've got to have a premium defender though, personally.
Tarkowski. Yeah, I don't know. Who have Chelsea got?
I think they got quite good fixtures, you know. I just think Haaland, just went so downhill last year.
I tell you, we haven't got any Chelsea player, and I think they're going to have a good season.
I think, lads, we're committed to 2 weeks without Palmer. And we'll evaluate at that point. I
think we should have any Chelsea player in there.
I do.
Attacker-wise, they've got so many players there, and they could just.
I'm not so mad on João Pedro. I must say that he's been drafted in a lot of squads, but I'm just not convinced that he's going to get the minutes because I still think Dalat's got to come on and get a half hour. I think there's a lot of. I think there's value defensively in Chelsea.
Levi Carl will pick up an injury in training, aren't he?
I was going to make it. Yeah, he's had ACL surgery. Sky Sports have recently sent a notification out. See, Neto always intrigues me, but they're signing so many wingers. But I think he's going to start the season.
Things like Garnacho's I can link now, and it's just. I think with Chelsea, I think you've got to let the first 2 or 3 games go and just see what they're setting up like.
Yeah, I think Neto will start the season and come out of the team. I think Palmer's a banker.
Yeah, Palmer's a banker.
I think Palmer's the only banker there, really.
I think Enzo and Caicedo.
I know, but I don't think Enzo contributes enough to be an FPL. I like Enzo.
If you're getting points for tackles and that now, is Caicedo an option?
Mm-hmm.
Not enough attacking threat for me.
No, I mean,
I hear what you're saying.
Midfielders to get goal contributions as well.
Yeah, I think you want a bit of a balance of both, really, for my mids. I think Anderson poses more threat offensively than Caicedo, and he still gets back.
And he got some nice fixtures as well. First 3.
Yeah, I mean, look at that, 6 assists. I mean, that's quite impressive.
And he had a good under-21s, didn't he, as well?
Yeah.
I just think not having a Chelsea player might. I do like Pedro, but like you said, a lot of people have picked Pedro.
I think we just stick with our guns here and we go for it.
I think so too, Chalky.
So that's not what we wanted, was it? Because we wanted him captain and him vice captain. Where did you press confirm then?
Save right at the bottom.
No, that's not right, is it? Oh, so everything we've done has been undone. Yeah, was that?
That's it.
That's what we had, wasn't it?
Yeah, save.
And then, do you want the league code?
Yeah. So, we'll put it. So this is not going to go out on Spotify. I don't see much point of this episode going out on Spotify. I'm just going to come back onto the chat now. So hopefully I'll appear again in a second. Hello.
There he is.
I think what I'll do is I'll put the code at the bottom of this episode, guys. So if you are watching, it will be on the description below. Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to put this one on Spotify. I don't see much point because a lot of this was quite visual. Something new for us. If you did like this, viewers, just give us a comment. Also tell us what you think of our team. There's still a couple I'm unsure of. I'm sure you two are the same. But
we'll never get to that point of satisfaction, I don't think.
So as well,
until we get started.
I just want to mention as well, the Barclays man that we mentioned last time. So sorry there wasn't an episode last week. Unfortunately, I was a little bit under the weather, so I wasn't able to turn up. So it is my fault, and I do apologise. But the Barclays man we had the week before was as Phil Trim guest on YouTube. So well done, Phil Trim, Yakubu. And there was also someone who guessed it on TikTok. I'm just going to grab their name now. We aren't going to do one tonight just because we're not together, so we're doing it on Zoom. But next week we will have a picture of Yakubu as promised, and we will then also ask you guys for another one. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to find the name. I've got it here. So his name on TikTok, so we also put it out on TikTok, is Angriest Corsa Driver. And he guessed Yakubu. And I'm sure there was somebody else, but we'll give it to Phil Trim on YouTube and Angriest Corsa Driver on TikTok. I think we'll end this one here, lads. Like I said, this was a bit of a special, something new for us. Probably not quite as long as most of our episodes, but we hope you like it. We hope you enjoyed it. Next week we will be doing sort of a full preview of the Premier League, so we'll talk about each team, and we'll do some other predictions. And I'm sure we'll get a bit more stick for you guys for it, but that's why we're here. We enjoy it really. But thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Yep, see you later, boys.
If you are liking the content here at the Armchairs View, then please drop us a follow and give us a like. We would really appreciate it.